Good morning, good morning, good morning. I've got a channeled message. It's not about it's not about forging ahead right now. It's about catching up to where you are. So this is a short message, but I really feel like this is important for some of you, including myself. The energy right now is picking up rapidly from where it was. Basically what I'm hearing is we have been building momentum since before the new year, and it's like things are only going to start speeding up and propelling us forward. So instead of trying to plan ahead 10 steps and forge forward and push, Spirit really wants us to not calm down, but stop, take a breath, and ask ourselves, are we even acclimated to where we are currently before we just blaze through to the next round, is what I'm hearing. Now, a lot of you are being rearranged. I know a couple people in my life are moving, including me. And P.S., if you know of any beautiful place that needs a beautiful person to come inhabit it, I really am just looking for soul family 111 on my timer. And I'm just ready. I'm ready to be held by the universe. I'm ready to be not doing this all fucking alone like I have since way before the pandemic. So I know there are a lot of you out there that feel the same way, and that's why I'm saying this. And Spirit wants you to put yourself out there. Spirit keeps using me as an example because we're supposed to put ourselves out there so that people can find us, so that we can find what we want, so that we can get what we need. Thank you, Spirit, to move forward in this next phase. This next phase is very important. And what I was saying before is that, hold on. If you blaze forward, and say, take me for instance. A couple months ago, my channel had a bit of a breakthrough after slogging through for years without really anyone paying attention. It took me a minute to catch up to that. It was kind of fucking alarming. You know what I mean? It really is. And it wasn't even that big of a jump compared to some, right? But for me, it was really big. So instead of forging ahead and trying to get more, I needed to take a second to just kind of recalibrate. 222 every time I look up. It's crazy. To recalibrate, and now, and then it's like, then when you get settled there, you take that next step. Sometimes it happens naturally, but oftentimes thank you, Spirit, we override it and we kind of push anyway. And so it doesn't matter if you're moving, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're, if you have a YouTube channel that's taking off or not. Focus on how you feel in your body, in the situation that you're in. Are you handling it well? Thank you, Spirit. These are the things to look at. This is a download for just a few of you. And I know this won't be for everyone, but pay attention to the way your body feels, especially when you eat. Are your eating habits changing? Are you anxious all the time? Do you feel queasy? Like, some of these are just natural things when life is changing. It's natural to feel nervous and get queasy. But pay attention to your body. That's my point. How are you handling what is going on in life right now? Tune in. Don't forget to keep coming back into your body and checking in. Personally, I'm coming out of over a week of being in a really crazy spiritual place that's very dark and, well, it's a mixture of everything, but, we don't usually have access to that kind of darkness. I've had access to other realms since I was young. I just didn't know. I didn't know that that's what they were. And now I know. And even though I'm used to it, it doesn't change the fact that it's very difficult to get through. Today's the first day I feel even remotely normal, though I've been posting somewhat regularly. Like I said, I show up anyway. And Spirit wants you to know that too. There's a time and a place to push through, and then there's the time and the place to stop and be still and take a rest. And you're going to be asked to do both alternately. It's important to not just hit autopilot and go. All right, that's the main message here. I know this a little bit of everything, but when we hit autopilot and go, we're like blasting past. Picture, it's like the difference between barreling through the woods on a four-wheeler, than it is like walking through peacefully without music and just listening and opening your ears and experiencing the moment. And not that there's anything wrong with either one, but they're different. You know what I mean? And right now, what is called for is a slow walk through the woods without headphones on, just being present. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Don't just plow through on autopilot because, thank you, Spirit, everything is about to change. Thank you, Spirit. If you just plow through on autopilot, picture a four-wheeler, but that person's been riding on that land forever. They don't realize that the land has changed. You know, a whole section of the road was taken out and something was built there, and they turn a corner and, you know, plow right into it because they were on autopilot. It's a very natural thing for us to do. Our ego just goes there. But we're not living in our ego anymore, remember? Those of us that this message is for. We're living in our hearts. We're living with spirit. We're working for spirit now. And all these excuses about, you trust me, like I'm out there, you know, winging it. I have 2 days to be out of where I'm living. And it doesn't mean I'm not freaking out because I can get a hotel. Like, it's not a big deal. We don't have to make everything such a strenuous activity, such a, you know, and not all of you are like this, but I know that a lot of you are because I've seen the comments. And I say this with love. Take a breath. You don't have to be fighting and struggling all the time. That's autopilot. Thank you, Spirit. That is autopilot. Unplug from that and try something different. It doesn't mean not to put energy toward your goals. It doesn't mean to not try, okay? But what it means is you don't have to be the only one fighting. You need to put it up in God's hands. And part of the lesson today, thank you, Spirit, is about receiving. There's a difference between being in receiving mode, excuse me, and being the kind of person that goes out there and is like, I could spend all my time, I've done this, searching on Craigslist and searching for housing and freaking, you know, not freaking out. I'm not that kind of person, but just expending like all my energy going in circles and, you know, because I have 2 days. But it's, thank you, Spirit, we're supposed to be at our highest vibration right now. All right. Don't waste your time because that is exactly what it is. Again, it doesn't mean you don't put effort in. Put effort in into whatever it is you're looking for. Put effort in and then give it to God. Unplug from the chaos, unplug from it all, and then sit in high vibration. And again, it's not that things are just going to fall in your lap. All right. You have to be in high vibration. You have to be in a vibrational match to them. A. B. You have to put yourself out there in some way. Okay. But don't focus all your time bouncing back and forth between options and whatever it is you're doing. Give yourself some room for grace and peace, and remember that your vibration is what is calling in your new life. So if all you're doing is spending time stressing out, you're creating stressful situations, you're bringing stressful people, you know, spend some time in high vibration, cultivating it. I dreamt all night, I'm being prompted to say, about hummingbirds. It was one of the most beautiful dreams I've ever had. The energy was so sweet. And I woke up just knowing, like, I'm held, man. And so are you. But part of the agreement about being held is that you allow yourself to be held. 757 on my timer. If you start freaking out and jumping off, if you're, you know, if these are God's hands, you're not allowing yourself to be held. All right? I'm allowing myself to be held right now. It's a very different experience. I'm not going to lie. This does not come naturally to me at all. All right. I'm an action-oriented person because I've been caring for myself since I was young. I've always been in survival mode. Go, 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 go. And I'm not faulting myself or anyone else for that, but I'm saying no when there's a time and a place. That era is out the window. It's gone. It's dead, I'm hearing. You can drag it into this era, this new year, this new paradigm, you know, but it's not going to serve you or anybody else. And you're only going to be setting a bad example, an old example for everyone else. You're supposed to be stepping into power, remember? So I know this is a really all over the place message, but it's because so many of you are going through your own unique situations. I can't just speak to one situation. This is for everyone. This is for everyone is what I'm hearing. Not one person's left out of this message. Regardless of whether they believe what I'm saying or not, it's still for you. And I'm hearing it's going to plant a seed in you later that will take sprout, okay? Take a breath and soothe your anxiety if you have it. Create through your emotions. Art, music, poetry, write in your journal, dance around your living room. Start a class, do something new, challenge yourself, put yourself out there. And again, if you want to collaborate, I said this quite a few months ago, if you're looking to collaborate with somebody, be specific, please, if you're going to reach out to me. Let me know. And if you're looking for someone to cohabitate with, or you have an extra spot on your land, temporary is fine. I'm really just like, I'm ready to fly. You know what I mean? I've been in the cocoon for a long time, and I'm fucking ready to have some beauty in my life and have some peace and ease. All right. And this is for everyone watching, because I'm setting the example for you right now. All right, keep going. And if you need a private reading, or you want to support my channel, or, you know, work with me as a mentor, I do self-love and personal empowerment coaching and spiritual guidance, obviously. So yeah, I would be honored to work with you. Either way, I'm going to put all that in the description box, but keep going. You're amazing. I love you. All right. We're just getting started. Save your energy is what I'm hearing. Save your energy. Rest right now when you need it. Don't fight what's happening. And give yourself plenty of grace. All right. This is going to be difficult for everyone in a different way. Don't force yourself to show up in a way that you've shown up in the past, because remember, that's all out the window, first of all. Second of all, you don't need to compare yourself to an old version, because everything is being rewritten right now. You're being encouraged not to relate to a past version of yourself. Remember this Marilyn Monroe subject that keeps coming up. By the way, that video that I made is called "You're About to Have a Seat at the Big Table." On my YouTube channel, is the second most popular. I forgot to say that stuff, but it's a really important video for some of you. And she didn't just go back to old files. She had to throw all that old shit out. She grew up in a foster care system, had horrible, horrible experiences. And yet she came out and let that old version of her die. Norma Jean is dead. And then Marilyn Monroe was born, and she changed, she changed a lot of things. We don't really know the full extent of it yet, but just her energy changed everything. It really did. She's an icon. She couldn't take her old life with her. She couldn't take her old self with her, and neither can you. And that's a good thing for pretty much all of you, because I know if you're relating to this at all, and especially her story, your old life isn't that great, right? If you're coming out of the kind of life I am coming out of, at least personally, there's nothing to miss. There's nothing back there that you need, all right? Except for the lessons, which is the only reason why you experienced all this stuff in the first place, okay? So I love you. You're not alone. It's gonna get exciting. Start dreaming about what you want to see in your life, okay? Spend time in reverie. Spend time dreaming of your dream life. It's not a waste of time. It's not a waste of time. It is how you call it to you. Raise your vibration and spend time in dreaming, okay? Those are your assignments for the week. I love you. I'll see you next time.